Hello, people from all places and races. It's good to have you once again. Today we would like to make a special drawing tutorial for a last that has been quite iconic in recent history inside the Rabbids community. And someone who has certainly inspired many creations, not only for me, but for a lot of people inside this community. We would like to make this little something for the one, the only, Rabbid214! I consider Rab as a triple threat, as they call it in the entertainment business. She can sing, she can dance, and she can also act. Well, more so voice act. But you get the idea. She is someone who is very creative and very passionate about her work. Every time I see one of her creations, her drawings, something new for the mods, a new composition, cover, and just whatever, it's always great to see. Honestly, she always brings a smile to my face every time I see one of her creations, especially if it has something to do with some of her most important people, like Wyatt and Nathan, who are also some very good chaps, and you should also follow them as well. But yeah, she is very creative, very passionate. She has this childlike wonder that always brings a smile to my face, and it's simply great to have her. So, now that I talked about her for a bit, let's start with this very special drawing tutorial. So, at last, here we are. We're gonna make this drawing tutorial, and well, it may be a bit difficult even though her design is kind of simple. I've been feeling a bit rusty lately in having to go back, even though I started first with the Rabbid one. But yeah, I'm still trying to get the hang of it once again. It has been a few months. Well, weeks. Not months, weeks. More than, yeah. So I don't want to just fill the thing with any excuses or anything. I just want to do what I do best. So we're gonna start with something very simple but important. It's her eyes. We're gonna just draw two little circles right here, just as a reference. Here, and another one right here. And then we're gonna add two more circles in the middle. You can use a compass for this, or you can use a coin. I'm gonna do this. Try not to have them too separated because it doesn't look that great. But don't worry. As I've said, I am feeling a bit rusty, but don't be concerned. I am learning with you in the process, or in this case, relearning with you. So don't be concerned if you get it wrong the first time. The key on making the best drawings of the Rabbids fandom is not only patience, but perseverance. I know a lot of you may be limited with the resources and maybe don't have enough to do a lot of the things I do, but don't be concerned. You can always use what you have in hand. Like I mentioned before, you can utilize a coin. Now, and I know these little eyes can look a bit weird, but don't worry. So after we draw these two circles right here, and the two circles that are going to serve as both pupils and the iris, what we're going to do is add three little lines here. Dan, Dan, and Dan. These will be the eyelashes. Here also we have Dan, Dan, and Dan. There, the eyelashes. Now what we're going to have in the middle is a little lip that is kind of like an oval. It doesn't have to be a perfect oval, we'll just have to go a little bit like this. And there. Now we're going to add a little smile just like this. And there. you getting this, class? Now, I normally don't draw the lips when I'm doing animatics that involve her. This is because I feel it's kind of limiting for the expression. But it is important to add it. I guess I could call that like practice. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I know that her hair kind of goes like this, but there's a little trick so we can do it much more, you could say, efficiently. So what we can do here is add a straight line up in the eyes. It doesn't have to be so long. It goes like this. And of course, we're gonna have to do this a little bit longer, like this. And then we're gonna make it a semicircle, look, like this. Like this. I know it still looks kind of weird. Don't worry, it'll take shape in a bit. Now what we're gonna do here is go like this. We're also gonna do a semicircle here, up, and it goes down here. Then a straight line, one in the left and one in the right. And then we're gonna close the hair like this. Also gonna close the hair like this. There. Now, of course, you can also use a compass, or you can also use something like this in order to make it much more, you could say, symmetric. But I just want to get the idea across. We can always fix what we did wrong and try to do it better. Don't be worried, it happens to the best of us. It took me a lot of time to actually get her character right, and still it is kind of difficult for me to teach you how to do it. Ain't that looking better? Isn't that right, huh? Now, next on our list are the 2 ears she has on top. We're simply gonna do something like this. Do something like this right here. So we have ovals. And we're gonna do another big one here, and another one right here. Ain't that right? Now, there's one more thing we haven't added, and it's this. Ta-da! Got everything, the eyelashes, you got the ears, you got the hair. Now, why don't we continue a bit downwards? I don't have much space, but we can give her kind of like a circular body, like this. It's definitely gonna look bigger when you draw her in the full picture, like this, and then a little bit like this. Put a small semicircle here as part of, say, the belly, and there. Now, why don't we try something a bit, let's say, different? So, I mentioned how in the lip it can limit expression for me, not doing animatics, but it can also give us quite a new range for some of the expressions of our character. So we're going to do this. Why not add something that feels more like her? Her more cheeky kind of charisma that she's known for on social media. Like this. And we're gonna close all. We're gonna eliminate the pupils and do like this. And then like this. We're gonna fix the two eyes. possible. And here we go. Better. We're gonna remove a little piece of other stuff. We're gonna erase what we don't need. And there. Now we have more of a cheeky smile like this, and I think we're done here. Of course, I do understand that I mentioned before, I'm a bit rusty in this. It's still a bit difficult to get her character right, but I do think that we got the right idea on how to draw her in terms of the important, say, attributes of her. The big eyes, the lip, and her iconic Dora-like hairstyle. And the ears I got right here. I know you're gonna do it much better, especially when you got more space in the sheet. And I know, I believe you. I believe you're gonna do it great. I hope you really enjoyed this, and I want to give credit to, well, Rabbid214, of course, and her best friend Buddy, who've been working on the versus best friend mod for quite some time now, and I decided to use the instrumentals of that specific Friday Night Funkin' mod just for this occasion. I just do think it seems very fitting. I hope you really enjoy this tutorial. I hope you learned a thing or two, and bye bye.